Hi guys, I'm Kristen with Cedarcide. We are coming to you live from our Cedarcide offices here in Lewisville, Texas, just north of Dallas. We are live today on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope through Twitter. If you're following us on any of those channels, be sure to hop over to the other ones and follow us there as well. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe and click the little bell so that you can get notifications for when we've got more awesome stuff going on. So today I am here to talk to you about flea collars and why you should not be using them. It's actually pretty popular. If you Google search flea collars toxic, you'll see lots of scary pictures of pets and some of the damage that can be done by using traditional flea collars. So today we're going to talk about a few of the reasons you should not be using flea collars and what options you can be using instead. Excuse my glancing down at my phone. I have my notes for our flea collars here on my phone, so I apologize. So first, one of the biggest reasons you don't want to use flea collars is it is potentially toxic to your family. A study conducted by the National Resources Defense Council concluded that flea collars, even when they're used as directed, can have serious health consequences to humans. They found that unsafe levels of pesticides from flea collars can remain on your dog or your cat's fur for weeks after the initial use. These pesticides exceed the acceptable EPA exposure limits and can potentially cause serious health risks and to both adults and children when they play with their pets that are wearing flea collars. So it could be toxic to you, your kids, as well as your dog. It was also discovered that flea collar toxins are easily transferable, meaning that they move very easily from the collar, your pet, or their fur directly to furniture or your kids' toys, and even directly into your skin to be absorbed by you. So one of the most common chemicals is TCVP. I'm not going to try to pronounce the full chemical name for it, but TCVP is an organophosphate and it interrupts the flea's central nervous system. What's scary about that is while it can not show symptoms in some dogs, it can also cause neurological symptoms in your pet as well. It's a pretty common sad story that we have heard from a number of our customers that they used a flea collar and then their pet ended up having seizures or some sort of neurological symptoms while using or after using flea collars. What's worst of all is that children and pregnant women are even at even higher risk. Learning disabilities, motor development, hyperactivity, and behavioral issues have all been linked to flea collar pesticide exposure. So it's super scary. You should not be using these in your home, guys. With pesticides, it doesn't take very much to cause effects that will stay with kids for the rest of their lives. So do your family a favor and ditch the flea collars. So we've talked about your family and some of the effects that it can have. But maybe you don't have a lot of family and you're not as concerned about your own health. You just want your pet to be healthy. I understand that. I pretty much put my pets first too. But these flea collars aren't even that effective and have toxic benefits to your pets as well as your family. So the residual toxins from flea collars, yes, we talked about how they can be hazardous for humans. But they can be even lethal for your pets. There have been cases of pets who have died after pesticide exposure from wearing flea collars. A quick look at product review sites like Consumer Affairs or outlets like Amazon is enough to get a sense of the suffering that the flea collars commonly inflict on pet owners. Everything from chemical burns all the way up to neurological issues and even death. So if you're not as concerned about your own welfare, be concerned about your pet's welfare because it can be just as dangerous, if not more so, for them. Like I mentioned earlier, they may not even be as effective as you think they are. Excuse me, got a little cough there. So in most professional opinions, flea collars are not very effective. They usually aren't strong enough to kill an adult flea. I apologize, got a little tickle in my throat. Even when they're used properly to protect the area on or around your pet's neck, fleas tend to hide primarily in your pet's armpits and groin. So those are places that the flea collar isn't even going to reach with their pesticides. So there's a very real chance that your pet could still pick up fleas even if they're wearing one of these traditional flea collars. The great news is that as scary as these things are and as potentially ineffectual as they are, there are so much better options out there. Here at Cedarcide, we make a non-toxic alternative that is not only safe for you and your family and your pets, but it's also extremely effective. I can tell you firsthand that it will kill fleas on contact. You can follow us on Instagram and you'll see stories from some of our ambassadors who've talked about having flea infestations and getting rid of them altogether when using our products. Southern California is actually very well known for their flea issues, and we have some people out there who swear by our products for keeping their pets free of fleas through the summer flea season. You can use our product Cedarcide Original, which I have some over here so I can show you. Cedarcide Original is a cedar oil based product. It is non-toxic. It's what it's what's called a minimum risk pesticide, so it's not even registered through governmental channels because it is considered that safe. So cedarwood oil is a known insect killer and repellent, so not only will it kill fleas that might already be on your pet, but it will also help repel them from picking up fleas. So using this product weekly on your pet can help eliminate any risk of flea issues. Oh, I should have had some water before I started this. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee. Hopefully that helps, guys. All right, I'm going to jump over to our production team and see if we have any comments or questions that I can answer. Ooh, not at this time. I apologize. All right, so since there are no questions, I'm just going to leave you guys with go like, follow, subscribe on all these channels that you might be watching us through so that you can stay up to date on what we've got going on. You can also chat with us, cedarcide.com, or give us a call at 800-842-1464. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.